That's right, guys. In today's episode, I invade the desert in search of that sweet crude oil for my future projects. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be great, so be sure you watch till the end. But before we start any of that, I'm going to be stripping out my entire base of its contraptions because of how inconvenient it is. I didn't think about it while building it in creative mode, but it is super inconvenient. So where I'm going to be moving all the contraptions is on this other side of the base, probably on an underground section. So I'll be expanding the base, and it can also be powered by one steam engine, which is going to cut down on lag a lot. So let me go do that right now. Well, here's what the workshop looks like right now, and it looks way better than what I had before. I love how the roof design turned out. It just looks super clean and nice. And this archway, I was thinking maybe in a later episode I could link it to a train station. And how cool would that be, a train station in my workshop? But anyway, the reason why I built the workshop in today's episode is because we need to make a lot of things before we start extracting oil. And where is it? One of them is the surface scanner right here. Now this thing does use steel mechanisms, which do cost quite a lot to make, so I think I have everything here. How do I make screws though? It's just a stone cutter with steel ingots. Okay, wait, I think I could do this right now, so let me just do that real quick. Alright, so if I get one of these heavy plates down, I can put a steel ingot and then aluminum, screw, and then a screwdriver, and yeah, it did work, it didn't break. Okay, okay, let me just do that one more time and let's see if I'm as lucky as before. Steel ingot, aluminum, screw, and screwdriver. Okay, there we go. Yes, we got two steel mechanisms. Now we do need one more thing that's quite hard to get, which is this heavy machinery casing. Okay, so it's a steel casing and then you put an ingot on it. Okay, I think I can do that. I have the materials for that. Okay, spruce log and then steel. Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what just happened? Oh, wait, let me try that again. What the? Wait, that's kind of weird. Wait, I'm using steel. Wait, where is it going? Is this a glitch? Hold up, wait, what's going on? Bruh. Oh, it has to be hardened planks. Wait. Oh, damn, do I have those lying around? I need to check. Okay, I got the hardened planks now, so steel ingot and then heavy plate. And there we go, heavy machinery casing. Okay, let me head to the surface and we can actually craft it, because you can't craft it normally. You need, what's it called? Wait, where is it again? Yeah, you need a mechanical crafter, which I do have over here. So let me just get all the parts and then we can actually start crafting it. Okay, so I'm just gonna see if I remember the crafting recipe. I think it's something like this, and then the steel mechanisms go here, and then the heavy plates up here. And let's just hope I got the crafting recipe right. And yes, I did get it right. So yeah, we got a surface scanner now. This thing needs rotational power, and it's raining now, but yeah, it needs rotational power for it to work. So I think I have a water wheel lying around. Let me go test that out real quick, but let me get this weather sorted out first. So I do place this next to the water wheel. Yeah, it's just scanning the surface. Now this should take a while, not too long, but it will tell me if there's any oil nearby which I can extract from. So I'm just gonna give this a minute, but honestly that doesn't matter because I'm gonna be searching for a desert to build my oil wells in, because that's just gonna be way cooler, and honestly it just gives me a reason to explore my world a bit more. But saying that out loud now makes me a bit concerned, because I've explored a fair bit of my world and I still haven't found a desert. So it may be like 10,000 blocks away, who knows, but anyway, it'll be a fun adventure. But so yeah, so see, deposit located 52 blocks in that direction. So it should be 52 blocks that direction at bedrock level. There's another oil deposit, but like I said, it doesn't matter because I'm going to be taking my trusted flying ship and in search of a desert. Let's go.
Eventually.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, wait. Hello. Is that a desert? Wait. Oh, yes, that is. This cactus is. Yes, wait. Oh my goodness, this is just so ridiculous. This is a giant stretch of loaded chunks. Yes! Oh, we found a desert and there's a village right next to it as well. Yes! So at least now before we start, we can actually use the surface scanner to see if there's any oil deposits nearby, and since we're in the desert, there's definitely going to be a lot, so let's just give this a moment and let's see where the nearest oil deposit is. Oh, there we go, 13 blocks in that direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, somewhere in this here. So yeah, let me just dig to the bottom and let's see if we can find the oil. We're at deep slate level, so any second now. I hope we're not digging into a deep dark. And is this it? Yes, wait, this is it. You can see all deposits. So I'm just like a block away from it. Okay, wait, where's the bedrock? Let me find where the bedrock is. There it is. Yeah, oil deposit bedrock. So we need to pump a pipe all the way back up to the surface, but at least now we know it exists, so that's a good start. I'm pretty sure if I go to free cam, yeah, you can see all these other oil deposits. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 different streams is going to be more than enough for me to make a proper oil field. So let me head back to the top and head back to base, because there's a lot more things I need to get done before I actually start. Now I'm going to be needing a lot of rails, so let me just stock up on this machine. And you know, I was thinking this one single machine is going to take quite a while to get all the rails I need, so I'm probably going to build another one parallel to it, and I definitely don't think power is going to be an issue. So let me do that real quick so we actually double the output of how many rails we get. If I put these funnels here, these should be working. There we go. Yeah, we are now getting twice as much rails as we would have gotten before, so now I can definitely leave this running AFK while I grab everything else, because I need a lot of pump jacks and pump jack parts, and also the pipes are going to cost quite a lot. So let me do that real quick and I'll meet you guys back in the desert. So I've actually marked out where the oil deposits are with these torches, and there's a few scattered around the place. As you can see, there's another one right there. So all that's left to do is for me to break the one single rule in Minecraft and dig straight down so I can install these industrial pipes. So if I remember this tutorial right, I should place the steel truss here and go 4 blocks up, so 2, 3, 4, and get the hammer holder. Now I need the hammer parts to go right here, and when I'm directly above the jack, I get the hammer head, and then move out 3 blocks more, 2, 3, and then place the connector. Alright, so now I just need to hook up the powering system and the crank, and this should start to work. Of course, I can't forget to glue it all together, so like this. And oh wait, it's already set up. So is this pumping oil right now? Yes, it is. Look, the number is going up. Alright, so now I actually need to build some tanks so I can store the oil somewhere, so let me just do that. Alright, so if I connect it like this, and of course the pump facing the right way, we should start seeing oil. So yeah, it is getting stored into the tank right now. So that's just one of the pump jacks done. Time to do one over here, and then probably 2 over there as well. So I finished building all these oil wells across the desert. Now the next thing I need to do is take out all this oil from these tanks, put them onto a train, and ship it back to my base. Now this is a really long railroad, which is going to take a lot of rails to make, and it does seem that I'll be building at least 2 bridges along the path, so that's quite cool. But anyway, I'm going to be starting a new industrial district right here, so when the train passes the river, it's going to make a small detour into the industrial district, and of course I'll have a separate line running in between these villages to my base for easy access. So I'm going to go do that right now. Okay, a bit of change of plans. So I'm going to be actually starting from my base towards the desert, and that's because a few changes is happening. Instead of an industrial district being here, I just moved it slightly to the left over in this direction, as the terrain is much more smoother, and that means I don't have to do that much terraforming. So the new railroad is going to go under this whole cliffs until it reaches and surfaces up here, and it's just going to coast along the cliffs until around this section where it's going to cut in and link up with our industrial district. And then as for the desert, it's gonna cut through this cliff and then follow the same route as I proposed earlier. So that's not too complicated. So I'm gonna be continuing drilling, and I'll meet you guys when I surface. Well, that literally took me 2 days of just placing track, and I actually did time it. So from starting at the desert and reaching all the way to my base takes 5 minutes, which is kind of insane because I did change the stats for the trains to go even faster, and that's 5 minutes. And I also did the calculations. This is about, from point A to point B directly, is about 3,000 blocks long, but as you notice, there are a lot of turns and curves around, so I would say it's more about 4,000, 5,000 blocks long. Now, what good would all this infrastructure be without an oil train? I mean, I got the oil wells, I got the train tracks, but I don't got an oil train. But that's gonna change real quick because I have a schematic for the oil train we'll be using in today's episode, which will be taking oil from the wells to my industrial district to get processed into proper fuel sources for future episodes. smokes, yeah, this train is super long, and that's why I had to build it on this specific part of the railroad, just because, you know, I can't really build it on curves, and every other straight is either inclined or just too short. So, but I mean, it does look super cool. Look how intimidating this thing looks from the front. But now I need to drive it from where I'm at right now all the way to the desert so we can get a start on the fueling system for the oil. I'm just approaching this really sharp turn. I just want to see how this train handles it. Oh my god. Oh no. Yeah, I had to do the bogey trick because there's 4 bogies on this one train carriage, and you know the mod only allows 2 per train carriage. So I did some jiggery pokery with the glue, and oh, this looks so bad. Yeah, I gotta do some remodeling on this train track because these tight turns just ain't it for a train this long. Oh my god, this looks so cursed, what the hell. Finally, with the train in the desert, I can get a start on pumping the crude oil into the tank carts and having it ship it off to the industrial district. And I'm gonna do this by getting all the crude oil from the steel tanks and pump them into this copper tank, and then from the copper tank onto the train. And I feel like I'm being a bit extra, but honestly it's fine. Now, before we start the time lapse, I forgot to mention, if you guys are wondering, this train is based off the Union Pacific 4014 model. So I was looking for reference images online and I found this train and it just looked super cool. You know, I had to build it in Minecraft and it turned out way better than I expected it to be. I just love how all the pipes look. It just looks super industrial, which is the theme I was going for, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Now let's get into the time lapse. Yeah, these new oil well designs look way better than what I had before. I love how they turned out as well. So yeah, everything's now being pumped in, and also I gotta work on the fueling system. So if I come down here and turn this valve, this should start filling up these oil carts. Yeah, and as you can see, the crude oil is piling up into these oil cars and times that by 6. So I think this can store about 88 buckets. Yeah, 88 times by 6 is quite a lot. So yeah, that's quite a lot of crude oil that's going to be transported to and from the desert into the industrial district that we'll be building in next episode. But honestly guys, we did so much in today's episode and I'm really happy with the progress we made today, especially all the way out here in the desert. Now in the next episode I will be building an oil distillation facility to transform all this crude oil that we have into proper fuel sources for things like the F1 car and any other projects I have in the future. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did, and I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one.
Let's go! I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, but I know that I don't and I won't ever stop, cause you know I gotta win every